Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's live hypnosis recording. I apologize for the bad lighting. I'm actually in a hotel tonight. I unexpectedly took a trip. Welcome to tonight, where we're going to help you get over your deviant taste for pineapple pizza or whatever it is that you'd like to quit eating so much of. So, for some people, they're not ready to give that up. That's all right. For those of you that are not ready to give it up, you can choose something else. There are a lot of things that you can give up that'll make your life better. Perhaps let me just play around with the horrible lamp that I have here. Is that better? No, that's kind of creepy. Halloween's over, so we're not going to do that. If you're watching live, let me know where you're watching from. Sorry. There we go. That's a little bit better. So let me know where you're watching from. Love to find out, and let me know what it is that you're trying to get rid of. What you are hoping to rid yourself of. Now, for some of you, of course, that will be that pineapple pizza. Some of you, it might be ice cream, cookies, French fries. I don't know, whatever it is for you. Now, sometimes when I'm working with clients, they'll tell me they don't want to start like a healthy eating program right before the holidays because they're going to miss out on all that food. But here's the actual truth of the matter. What if you didn't miss it? Now, let me just explain. So I've worked with clients who, or what if you had it, but you didn't eat quite as much? Because I've worked with many clients who wanted to get healthier, and what they'll report is that hey, I can eat pizza now, but I only have one or two pieces. I can eat. I can have a regular portion of ice cream, that kind of thing. Now, for me, my taste changed completely, and that's what this hypnosis process is for. This is just to help you to, and I'm going to leave it open so you don't have to give up pineapple pizza, as I said before, but you'll get to choose which foods you'd like to eat less of and what food you'd like to eat more of. Janaea, hello, nice to see you out there from Colorado. I'm actually broadcasting tonight from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, and traffic was a little worse than I expected, so I barely made it in time, happily. I'll give you an example from my own life. I can remember right about 15 years ago, before I made my big transformation, my life makeover. I can remember this so well. I was nearly 100 pounds overweight. My life sucked. It really did. It was pretty pathetic. I really wasn't motivated. I was working about 15, 20 hours a week, and I spent a lot of time kind of just laying around doing not much of anything. Grant Saunders, watching from Cornwall, UK. Hey, be sure and catch his. He's doing a hypnosis on Monday, Motivation Monday. Grant, if you got time, will you drop a link to that down there in the comments? Love to get people over there to check that out. Grant's a good friend of mine. He's also my partner in a lot of business dealings that we do. We have we're doing actually what are we doing? A retreat in Thailand in March, and around the 10th. Tracy Harden's watching. Great to see you, Tracy. Fantastic. She Tracy's watching from Missouri. She wants to eat less sugar, less dairy, and she wants to make more healthy choices. And Janaea, you choose one specific, or it can be general. Yes. Oh, you can absolutely choose general. However you want to do it. It can be or something specific, fast food, cheeseburgers, whatever. So I'll tell you, my life, it really was. It was just terrible before I started actually applying hypnosis. And what I mean by that is I would listen regularly. So I'm going to recommend that you listen regularly. It's super important that you really listen daily. So take this video here and really watch it or listen to it, every day until you start to see results. Which for some of you it's going to be like overnight. For some of you it's going to take a little bit longer. I'm going to recommend that even once you've kind of gotten rid of that food, that you go ahead and keep listening for at least another 2 or 3 weeks. Victoria Marie Gallagher, great friend of mine as well. Good to see you, Victoria. Yes, I'm really doing this. She tuned in because everybody thought it was kind of a big joke that I was going to be curing people of their pineapple pizza addiction. But I will. If that's your chosen food, you'll choose that. You'll choose that one. So here's what we're going to do. In So yeah, so about 15 years ago, again, my life sucked. It was pretty bad. I was eating terrible foods. I mean, I was rushing. I would. The only reason that I got up at 10 a.m., honestly, was so that they could get to the local fast food place. I won't name them because I don't want to give them any more publicity. They sell more burgers than anyone, so you probably know who it is. But I went there specifically to get sausage biscuits because and man, when I overslept, I mean, going, 10 o'clock should be oversleeping. Sometimes I get up at 4 or 5 now. But anyway, all that to say, I remember one time specifically, I'm actually there in getting ready to sit down to watch TV because I did a lot of that, which is crazy. Now I'm so frustrated with myself because now I'm so busy. I'm writing books and making apps and working on big projects, and I don't have time for a lot of stuff. And then I had so much time that I could have been using for more productive things. But I go to sit down, and I've got this big bowl of ice cream because ice cream was my thing, man. That was my favorite thing. And I can remember thinking I will never be able to lose weight because I have to have my ice cream every single day. So it wasn't a treat for me. It wasn't, because and this is what I always tell people when I have clients come in and they'll say, I remember one client, I've got to give up pizza completely. You don't necessarily. I mean, if you want to, fine. Nobody ever got significantly overweight by eating a slice or two of pizza, once a week, a couple times a month. Nobody ever got significantly overweight by eating a piece of birthday cake. It's that everyday thing, 4 or 5 times a week. It all adds up. Um, yes, Grant. Yes, I thought I pointed that out, but yes, my partner in business, exactly. um, so let's see. She says Burger King. No. Okay, I'll tell you. It was McDonald's. I have a thing for McDonald's sausage biscuits. But here's the thing, and that was another thing that I had trouble with. I really wanted fast food. I had a taste for fast food. But what I did is I used hypnosis, and I was able to. I can't honestly, guys. I can't remember the last time I had ice cream, really. And I mean, and the last time I had real ice cream, actual legitimate ice cream, really, it was. I might have had some specialty ice cream a few years ago from a place called Molly Moon's here in Seattle. It's they make the ice cream there, so it's really good. But honestly, I can't remember when it was. Now, I oftentimes go with my wife because she loves Molly Moon's. She loves ice cream, and so we'll go there. But I just don't have any. And here's the thing. So when I talk about, when I started this, I said, some people are going to be, worried about this because they don't want to give up. They're afraid they're going to have to suffer through the holidays. It's not suffering. When I go to Molly Moon's with my wife, she gets her ice cream. I look at the ice cream. I smell the ice cream. That smells good. And I could make the choice. Yeah, I'm going to have it, but I just choose not to. That's it. Occasionally, I'll have some of the new keto sugar-free types that they have out. Or I might have some frozen yogurt, some sugar-free frozen yogurt. But really, that thing that I felt like I had to have every single day, no more. It's just gone. It's just gone. You know what, Janaea? Janaea says, "Oh, ice cream is a hard one." You know what? It actually turned out not to be one. I mean, I really did. I really did think. I remember there was when I did this sales job in my early 20s, and there was a restaurant, a little ice cream shop. It was called A Foreign Affair. They made their own ice cream, and I've literally never had better ice cream in my life. Never. Early 20s. This was the best, really the best ice cream ever, and I'm talking even better than Ben and Jerry's, all that stuff. A couple of my favorites were Kahlua and root beer float. Oh, I love them so much. And this is how bad I had it for ice cream. I would sometimes go because I had a sales job, I was driving around all day. I would go first thing when they opened up, and I would get a double scoop. And then I would go back in the afternoon some days, not every day, but a couple times a week sometimes, to get another double scoop. That's how much I loved ice cream. And again, I can't even tell you the last time I had it. It's not hard to give up. So once you utilize the right techniques, hypnosis, and I'm going to integrate some hypnosis or some NLP into this too, it's going to be a breeze. It may not be a breeze at first, but literally a couple years later, you go, wow, I just don't even, it doesn't even tempt me. So yeah, Grant says, bookmark this. Yeah, bookmark this video so you can watch it later. You know, if you're on the premium service, I'd say download the video. Nora, hello, frenemy. She's trying to get up her deviant taste for pineapple pizza. I'm going to help you with that, Nora. I'm going to help you with it. Don't worry. All right, let's see. Did I miss anybody's comments? Great. Okay. I did say Tracy is watching from Missouri. You know, she actually took Grant and I's level up class or workshop. Had great results. We're doing the same thing. We're doing it in Thailand for a week. So share that information. Yeah, good. All right. So yeah, if you're tuning in late, I am going to help you get over your deviant taste for pineapple pizza or whatever it is that you want to give up. And I just want to reiterate that, you know, it may not happen today, may not happen overnight. Sometimes it does. Best thing to do is just keep listening. Okay, we're going to be starting the hypnosis in just a moment. For the hypnosis portion, it is recommended that you do not. Where's that at? I highly recommend that you do not watch this while you are. Oh, there it is. Okay, good. While you're driving or moving around. So we put the disclaimer up there. My good friend, producer of Hypnosis Hero, usually takes care of that for me, so I had to go find out where it was. So yes, if you are driving, moving around, operating machinery, please do not do that while you're listening to this. All right. So let's get rid of that. Nope, get it back. Hold on. Okay. Let me get back to the chat window here. Okay. I do want to let you know I'm not going to be chatting anymore once the hypnosis starts. But if you want to leave a comment or something, just do that, and I will address it after that. Also, in just a moment, I'm going to start it off as if this is going to be just for the hypnosis. So I'll introduce myself and say what this is, because I'm going to put a bookmark there or a chapter heading so that people can skip all the fun stuff if they want to get right to the hypnosis part. Now, one of the things I always recommend, so you're sitting down, lying down, you're not moving around, you're not, try not to sit up in a regular chair. If you could fall over, you never know, you might zone out completely, kind of fall over. It's really going to be better if you just go lie down somewhere, or maybe kick back in a recliner or something like that. Tune in next Friday too, when I'll be doing another hypnosis session for something else. I don't have that right in front of me, unfortunately, so I can't tell you what that is, but I will have that scheduled shortly. Let's go ahead and share that. Okay. Okay, let me see here. And one more thing before we start the hypnosis, I recommend that you listen with headphones for a variety of reasons. One of which is that it'll cut out the distractions that are around. Now you can see I've got my Apple AirPods in. I love these. These are the things these are my go-to. I use the AirPods all the time. The great thing is they just connect, right? They just connect really easily. And let's see here. Sorry, 1 second. Okay. So yeah, I mean, like right now, I'm listening with my Apple AirPods because and also because I'm connected to my computer with that, so I can get a little bit better sound. I didn't bring my regular microphone up here. Now these work great when I'm at the gym, or if I'm listening to an audiobook or something like that. I don't like to use them for my when I'm using hypnosis, because oftentimes I want to lie down on the bed, or kick back in a recliner or something, or the massage chairs at the gym, and these guys fall out, and so they're not very handy for that. And then oftentimes I actually will listen to hypnosis as I'm going to sleep. Now sometimes people ask me, is it okay if I go to sleep while listening to hypnosis or meditation? Because I also do guided meditation. Absolutely, there's no problem. In fact, when you're falling asleep, you're actually, we'll just kind of call it simplistically, you're traveling through the same waves, brain waves, electrical activity in the brain, as where hypnosis happens. So there's absolutely no problem with listening, while you're going to sleep. But again, these guys fall out. If you're listening with regular headphones, then they're uncomfortable. And finally, a few years ago, I discovered these right here, or this. You should call it this or that. And this is a headphones headband, and it really is. When I say game changer, I mean really game changer. Number one, these kind of things aren't going to fall out. Number two, you don't have the big bulky headphones, which I love when I'm traveling on a plane. But with this, as you'll see, you put it on like there, and now if you can see the little speakers, they're right there. They're resting on my ear right there, and I can hear it fine. So it's look, it's not beautiful. I don't wear it outside the house, except maybe on a plane. But they're so great because I'm a side sleeper, and so when I roll over on my side, it doesn't hurt. I don't have anything falling out. All right, so I highly recommend. You can find the link down in the comments there. There's a lot of them out there. I've had a few of them. I like LC Delinda. That's the ones I like. They last all night, so I can listen to. Even I've got some sleep hypnosis on here, 8-hour ones. You could listen to that all night long. The battery's going to last all night long, and all you just charge it up for like an hour. Figgy Briggins, good friend of mine, hypnotist as well. This is absolutely incredible. Yes, it is. Vinny, boy, if you're afflicted with the pineapple pizza addiction, I'm so happy to help you. So, someone with the Cyrillic alphabet. So I don't really understand what their name is, but they say, "Will we go deep?" You go as deep as you want to go. And here's the other thing too that I should just let people know about: depth in hypnosis. It doesn't matter. It feels good when you go into a really deep, deep trance. It does feel good when you come out of it, but it's not necessary. You can make great change work with even just light trance. So one more time: no listening while driving or moving around. Put on your headphones. If you don't have this, you don't have these guys today. This guy today, go grab it. It works fabulous. And the link is in the comments here. You can find it over at Amazon, or you can go to my Amazon store. I do get a small commission if you buy with that, but truly wear it every single day. Wouldn't recommend it. Don't listen while driving or moving around. Yes, you can use this to get over your deviant taste for pineapple pizza, but you can also use it to get over, as some of the comments we've had before, ice cream. What else? Junk food, fast food, whatever you like. All right? So sit back, kick back, relax, get ready, because here it comes. Here comes your big blast of hypnosis. And again, I'm going to introduce it as if people are tuning in for the first time. Hello, my name is Jim Kellner. I'm a hypnotist, and I am here to help you get over whatever kind of food that you'd like to get over. So anything that you want to cut back on or give up completely, I'm here to help you do that. I'm also here to help you to make healthier choices. So, for instance, if you want to give up fast food or certain foods at fast food places or certain sweets or all sweets, that kind of thing, this hypnosis session will help. And If you want to eat more of what you consider the good stuff, and that's all up to you, I'm going to leave that completely open. So if for some people, if that's fruits and veggies, great. If for some people it's healthy fats, that's great. It's all up to you. That's all going to be open. I want to remind everyone to make sure that while listening to this, you are not driving or moving around, operating any kind of machinery. Hypnosis and guided meditation is best utilized while you're either sitting or lying down. And with that, let's begin. And so, as you're listening to my voice, resting comfortably, you may just begin to find yourself going into a very deeply relaxed state. Now, some of you may have used hypnosis before, or maybe you've just found yourself in a very deep, deep, deep state of trance. Maybe you've awoken from a nap where you felt like you had been in a trance, that really wonderful, great feeling afterwards, where you felt really well relaxed. And if you have experienced that before, it's going to be very easy for you to just go there now. You could absolutely just go there now. That's right. Right this very minute, you could just go into trance, because you can go into trance either now or in a moment from now. You can go deeply into trance anytime that you'd like. Trance will feel differently for each person. Some people will begin to notice a tingling somewhere in the body. Others might feel a numbness, and some will feel like they heard every word that I said, while others will feel like they didn't hear a word that I said. It doesn't matter. All that matters is that you are hearing my voice right here, right now. And you can allow all outside sounds and distractions to fade away as you do listen intently to the sound of my voice. Just let it guide you, direct you, knowing that nothing's going to happen that you don't want to have happen. Because you're only here because you chose to be here. And so you can focus on your goals, your intentions for this session. Maybe there are certain foods that you'd like to let go of completely. You might even start to imagine those foods right now in your mind. You might even remember what they taste like, smelled like, what they feel like in your hand. Or maybe you've already remembered to forget them by simply forgetting to remember them. Maybe you're also going to focus on those foods that you'd like to enjoy more of. Maybe there are certain foods that you believe that you know are healthy for you, and you've made the decision to eat more of those foods. Perhaps you've decided to drink more water as well. This is your session, and you can get from it what you need to get from it. Grasp onto everything that's helpful and leave everything that's not helpful behind. You may find it interesting to imagine that you're standing in front of a chalkboard or a whiteboard. And don't worry if you can't imagine the things that I talk about, because you can always just pretend it works the same. And as you're imagining that or pretending to imagine that you're standing in front of that chalkboard, I wonder if you'd be willing to just imagine drawing a great big circle in your mind. You just draw that great big circle. And within that circle, you draw the letter A and then you erase it. Then you draw the letter B and erase it. The letter C and erasing it. Good, that's right. You're doing perfectly. Just relaxing, just letting go. Because it feels so good to just let go. I'd like you to, if you will, to just imagine drawing those letters of the alphabet going all the way from A to Z, from Z to A, just erasing them in between. And with another part of your mind, I wonder if you could just imagine that there are some gentle waves of relaxation traveling from the top of your head all the way down to the tips of your fingers, the bottoms of your feet. Good. That's right. You're doing perfectly. Just like that. And then perhaps you begin to see those gentle waves in your mind's eye as they travel all the way through the scalp and through the facial muscles, all the way down through the neck and shoulders, just dissolving any tension that was there. And you might be reminded of a time or place when you were watching or maybe listening to some gentle waves on a lake or a pond, or maybe the ocean. Gentle waves guiding you deeper and further into relaxation. Watch those gentle waves moving down the arms to the fingertips and feel those gentle waves of relaxation moving through the torso, hips, and legs, and all the way down to the bottoms of your feet. Good, that's right. You're doing perfectly. Just relaxing, just letting go, all the way down, just like that. All the way. Just as deeply as you'd like to go, and as whatever is appropriate for you today, right here, right now. Because you're in control. You're in control at all times, physically, mentally, emotionally, whether in trance or out of trance, even during your day to day life, remembering that you're always in control. So you truly are free to, you are capable of making whatever kind of changes you'd like to make. Whether that's letting go of pineapple pizza or fast food or sweets, you can do it. You've made great changes in your life. You may not have thought of them as changes at the time, but we all give up things. We evolve, we grow, we change. When I was a little boy, I loved playing with G.I. Joe. I had all of the G.I. Joe action figures. I'd play for hours. I loved those G.I. Joes every Christmas, every birthday. I asked for more and more until I had a huge box of those action figures. And then over the years, for some reason, I simply began to lose interest in them. Just a little bit at a time. Spent a little more time doing something else. Spent a little less time thinking about them. Until one day I realized that I hadn't even picked up those action figures in months. At some point, I simply picked them up and I put them in a closet and I shut the door and I forgot about them. From time to time, I would open that closet up to get something. I'd see the box, I'd remember them, and I could remember how much I enjoyed them at one time. Briefly, for a moment, I may have thought about taking them out and playing with them again, but I found that I had simply lost interest. I no longer wanted to play with those action figures anymore. It wasn't even tempting. I simply didn't want to. I didn't want them, I didn't need them, and I was easily forgetting about them. Soon I forgot to remember them completely by remembering to forget them. And now I have so many more things in my life that I enjoy that has nothing to do with that old activity. I grew up, I evolved, I changed. Because change is possible. You've noticed that in your own life, I'm sure. Isn't that right? You've simply walked away from things that no longer interest you. You simply turned your back on those old activities that weren't bringing anything to your life, may have even been holding you back, just like those action figures were holding me back from having more fun in life as I grew, as I evolved, as I changed. And I wonder if there's something in your life that you might want to begin the process of just letting it go. Just letting it go as you allow every breath that you take to guide you deeper and ever deeper into relaxation, finding that each time that you hear my voice and you have the intention of going into hypnosis, you go even deeper, even further. You know, it could be so easy to just walk away from that thing or those things that no longer serve you. You might even find yourself releasing judgment of that old activity, that old food, that old toy, because you realize that perhaps there was a time when there was a good reason to engage in that activity or do that thing, but now you just don't need it. You just don't want it. It's simply evaporating from your mind. It's simply going, 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 gone, all the way. And now I'd like you to imagine, if you will, just going deeper now as I count down from 3 to 1. And as I say 3, allow yourself to go twice as deep as you are right now, more and more relaxed. 2, perhaps feeling so relaxed that it would be a chore to even move your body. And then one letting go completely, feeling like a rag doll, just totally, completely gone now. That's right. Totally, completely relaxed. Because it feels so good to relax. To just allow my gentle voice to guide you deeper and further, letting go of the things you don't need and embracing those things that bring you more joy, more health, more vitality. Good. And at any time at all during this hypnotic process, if you should feel anything that doesn't seem quite right, or hear anything that doesn't seem quite right, you can just leave it behind. And you'll always remember, no matter what happens, that you're a grown adult. You're free to make your own choices, and right now you are safe and comfortable. Perhaps you're even beginning to feel as if you're wrapped up in a warm and comfortable blanket of total relaxation. And you know right there in your mind that you can go back to this place feeling so secure, safe, and comfortable that you're freer than ever to just be. And I think it might be fun now to just imagine. Let's imagine, if you will. Imagine that we're standing in a room and we're facing a large table, and this table is filled of all of the foods that you once enjoyed, going all the way back, as far back as you care to go back. Always remember that you're safe and comfortable, secure. And you can see all of those old foods from the past that at one time perhaps they brought you joy or comfort or something else. Although you're starting to wonder about that, I'm sure. Imagine those old unhealthy foods or those foods that just no longer serve you. Imagine they're piled high like a big pyramid, and they're such a large pile that they're falling off of the table. And you can see all the colors nice and bright. And perhaps you can even smell some of the foods. And perhaps you pick one thing out and you pick it up, and maybe it's got that kind of crinkly sound. Maybe there's something there. Maybe you touch the pile and it's got that crinkly sound from a plastic bag or something. And maybe you choose to pick one of those things up, give it a good smell. And if you'd like, you could even bite into that food. And as soon as you take that bite, you realize it doesn't taste like it used to. It doesn't feel the same. It just exists. Because now that you realize that it no longer serves you, all the taste from it is just gone. The smell is gone. And even as you're watching this, notice all of the color draining out of those foods. And as those colors drain out, as any sounds fade away, you feel this emotional attachment draining from your body. And feel that again. Notice those foods, how they start to turn black and white. All smells are gone, all tastes are gone, sounds are gone, and that emotional connection just drains right out of your body. Good. And one more time, all of the color, all of the sounds, smells, taste, even the feeling and texture fading out of the food and fading out of your mind. The emotional attachment draining right out of your body, right out of your feet. And notice the lightness you begin to feel. Feel all of that emotional attachment to that old food that no longer serves you, feel yourself being filled up with a bright, beautiful light, a glow of health and wellness and energy and vitality and everything that you want more of in your life. You might even begin to notice that you're loving yourself more because you're treating yourself better. You're treating yourself like you really love yourself. And now, as you look at that old table of those old foods that don't serve you, watch them just melting away as they decompose. You might even find yourself looking at them in disgust because some of them become moldy. The thought of them perhaps disgusting you. Perhaps there's a part of you that can't even imagine why you would want that old food because you simply don't want it. You don't need it. You refuse to even think about it. Anytime that you start to think about one of those old foods that no longer serves you, you find yourself remembering all of the good and wonderful food that you're now enjoying. And when you're ready, and not before, I want you to turn your back on that food. Make that decision. And as you do, take a nice deep breath, turning away, and allow the breath to slowly escape. And you look down, and now that you've turned your back on all that old food that doesn't serve you, you now see a plate, plates, and a table filled up with all of those foods that do serve you. You know the ones, you know the foods that you enjoy, that you're starting to enjoy more. Even foods in the past that you didn't quite like, you're finding that you're trying them again and finding that you do, in fact, like them. Because your taste buds, your sense of smell, even the things that you see, your eyesight is beginning to attract you to those foods that are healthy, nutritious for you. Also, the beverages, the pure, clear water, the healthy foods, the healthy fats, the things, the activities that serve you who you are now, today. Not that you of the past, that you of the past is gone. The you of the future is now seeing all of these wonderful foods, and you are committed to eating just the right amount that your body needs to give you the energy, the vitality, perhaps even the sexiness that you want. Any thoughts of those old foods just gone, just gone. Perhaps you reminisce from time to time and then you can't even remember why you actually enjoyed those old foods of the past. You start to wonder if you ever really did. Because now you're enjoying all of the healthy foods in just the right amounts. Good. And each and every time that you listen to this process, your resolve is strengthened. You remember that you're eating for the life you want, not the life you used to have. As early as awakening from this process, you start to experience more joy, more happiness, more confidence in yourself, more self esteem, more self love, because you're treating yourself like you love yourself. You easily resist temptation because those old foods of the past, they don't even tempt you. Because you recognize they were for a person that no longer exists, a person that just isn't here anymore. And you feel good about that. You feel so good about the choices you're making each and every day. And every time that you make a good choice, a healthy choice, perhaps you pat yourself on the back and that little voice in your head says, "Good job. Good job. Every time you turn away from those old foods, every time that you eat those healthy foods in just the right amount, you hear yourself saying, good job. You pat yourself on the back. You smile. You feel good about your choices. Remember, you're not missing out because that person that enjoyed those foods, they're no longer here. You've grown up. You've evolved. Now, in a few moments, it'll be time to return. But before you do, I'd like you to scan back through this entire session, become aware of anything that didn't seem quite right for you at the moment, and you can just let that go. You can always embrace it later if it's appropriate to do so. And if there was anything at all that your subconscious mind knows that it needed to see or hear or feel to make this an even more powerful session, I want you to imagine it happening right here, right now, so that right here, right now, this is the most powerful, the most effective hypnosis session for you that it could possibly be. Because you know it is. And in a moment, when I count from 1 to 5, you'll find that you're bringing yourself back to that, I guess we'll call it normal state, that everyday state. And on the count of 5, you'll find that you're either back into your normal state or you'll be drifting deeper into sleep, taking these powerful suggestions deeper and further. And if it's a time to be wide awake on the count of 5, you'll just open your eyes, rested, refreshed, relaxed. And if it's time for sleep, you just, that's right. Just sleep. So now as I say 1, you start to make your way back, feeling rested, refreshed, in control. 2, coming back feeling even more motivated, more determined than ever to live your best life, whatever that means to you. 3, perhaps wiggling your fingers and toes a bit as you're coming out of the hypnosis. 4, stretching, moving the body. It always feels so good to move your body after a deep, refreshing hypnosis session. 5, whenever you're ready, you're just either drifting into sleep or just coming back to your normal state. You can open your eyes whenever you're ready. All the way back now, all the way back. Good. All right. Those of you that participated live, please drop a comment. Let me know what that was like for you. Robert Gaines says he's dying and laughing thing. Hello, Paulette. Nice of you to join us. What was that experience like for you? I know some of you have already drifted into sleep, carrying those powerful suggestions deep, deep, further and further. Good. I want you to check back with me. I want you to check in with me. We'll do the next hypnosis session next Friday, same time, same place. Let me know how that's working out for you. Just let me know what foods you've hardly thought of. In fact, you may even remember to forget them completely, so you won't even remember. Let me know what kind of foods you're eating more of that you're finding that you're really enjoying. Good. Janaea says, not me actually gagging during this. Perhaps one of the foods that you're giving up, maybe it was the moldy scene. Those kind of scenes can be disturbing. You'll get better. You'll get better. It gets easier. You're welcome, Janaea. Please check in next week. Let me know how it's coming along for you. While I'm waiting for more comments to come in, I'm going to go ahead and let you know, everybody, what is coming up next. I have a schedule. I put together a schedule. Also, join me on Sunday evening. I will be doing a guided meditation right here. Let's see. And so on Sunday, we'll be doing a energizing non-sleep deep rest, NSDR, and yoga nidra. And next week on the hypnosis portion, it'll be hypnosis for letting go of procrastination. I know some people need some help with that. Tracy says, I felt energy wave being pulled out through my feet, leaving my body when you said let it go. Release from my body. Love the session. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Tracy. Tracy, another hypnotist, fantastic hypnotist out in the Midwest. Also a fabulous stage hypnotist as well. So, all right, I'm going to go. If you when you watch this later, those of you that watch the replay, please again give me the comments. Let me know how that worked for you. Again, you can grab the headband, whichever one you like, whatever. If you don't like this one, this particular one, it works great for me. They're all pretty much the same, I think, except that this one does seem to last longer than some of the other ones I've had. It's also a little bit thicker material. I've had this one literally for 3 or 4 years, and it's held up just fine. There's not a single problem with it. So I think it's a good brand to get. And and so the individual with the Cyrillic name says, I couldn't stop going more and more relaxed. Fantastic. That's great. Coming up in the coming weeks, I'll be posting I'll be trying to get these scheduled so you'll see a full schedule of what's coming up. But some of the ones I'll be doing are letting go of procrastination, and then confidence boost for weekend empowerment, hypnosis for releasing holiday stress, and deep sleep for restful recovery. Also, for those of you that like sleep, go look at I've got some 8-hour sleep sessions where you can go really, really deep with those. So for those of you that watch later, please do drop comments. Let me know how it works for you as well. I'm always curious, love to know how I can make an even better experience for you. Oh, good. Yeah, Tracy's got one too. Loves the headband for the plane ride. You know what? I do sometimes wear it on the plane, but I find that I prefer using my big cans because I like the Beats by Dre because they drown out all the other sounds. You know, sometimes if there's a crying baby or something, I call it the crying baby cure. But yeah, these are so good for if you're for those of you that are going to listen to this like every day, pick these up. They're going to work great for you. All right. That's all for today. Again, appreciate you watching and take care. Be well. Be awesome.